6 seconds. That's all it took. 6 seconds to create a masterpiece, to launch a star, to change the internet forever. But behind those endless loops of comedy and creativity, a much darker story was unfolding. A story of corporate blindness, missed opportunity, and a revolution that was simply abandoned. This is the incredible, tragic story of Vine. Just think about that for a second. They had the future right there, in the palm of their hands. They literally built the blueprint for an entire culture of short-form video. And then they just let it slip through their fingers. An entire ecosystem of creativity, a massive community, erased, almost overnight. So the question is, how does something so big, so beloved, so important, just vanish? That's the secret we're unlocking today. To understand the spectacular collapse, you first have to feel the genius of its rise. It all began with one simple, brilliant constraint that turned into a global obsession. And it happened at lightning speed. I mean, look at this timeline. June 2012, 3 guys have an idea. By the end of that same year, before the app even launched, Twitter swoops in and buys it. And by January 2013, it's out in the world. The momentum was just insane. And here's the magic, this secret sauce of Vine. That 6-second time limit, that wasn't a flaw. Oh no, it was a creative dare. It forced you to be clever, to be concise, to get right to the point. It was a pressure cooker for genius. $30 million. That's how much hype we're talking about here. Twitter paid that much for Vine before a single person had downloaded it. They knew they had something special, something explosive. The real question was, did they have any idea what to do with it? After launch, Vine didn't just take off, it detonated. It became a cultural phenomenon, a machine for minting a whole new kind of celebrity, one born not in a Hollywood studio, but on a tiny phone screen. 200 million. At its peak in 2014, that's how many people were using Vine. That's not just an app, that's a digital nation, a place where millions gathered every single day just to laugh. And from this world, titans emerged, people who were masters of this 6-second art form. You know the names. King Bach, Lele Pons, even future superstars like Shawn Mendes and personalities like Logan Paul. They built entire empires right there on that platform. And this is the key takeaway. Vine wasn't just about funny videos. It was literally writing the playbook for the entire influencer economy we live in today. It proved all you needed was a phone and a killer idea. But while the creators were building the future, the company that owned it was stuck in the past. And this is where the story takes a dark turn. Because on the surface, Vine was the king of internet culture. But behind the scenes, a war was brewing. A war between the creators who built the platform and the corporation that just didn't get it. The conflict was just devastatingly simple. On one side, you had everything that made Vine magical. This raw, unfiltered creativity, a tight-knit community, and its own roster of superstars. And on the other side, Twitter's complete and total blind spot. They had no real vision for it, no plan to help creators earn a living, and basically zero support. They treated a cultural revolution like a forgotten side project. And it all came to a breaking point in 2015. A group of Vine's biggest stars, they walked into a meeting with Twitter, and their demand was simple, reasonable even. Help us make money on this platform we've built for you. And Twitter's answer? A flat no. That single word, no, was the kill shot. It was the fatal error. Because the heart of Vine wasn't the app itself. It was the people making the videos. By refusing to support them, Twitter had just signed the death warrant for its own billion-dollar idea. From there, it all unraveled so fast. After that meeting, the top creators started fleeing to places like YouTube and Instagram, where they could actually build a career. By 2016, it was a full-blown exodus. And then, on October 27th, 2016, the world got the official news. Just like that. An entire culture, an art form, a platform that launched dozens of careers was shut down, not with a celebration of its legacy, but with a cold, impersonal tweet. Years of work, creativity, and memories. Just gone. So what really killed Vine? It wasn't that people fell out of it. It was a failure from the inside out. There was no clear vision from leadership, no plan to make money, and, crucially, they just didn't understand the community that made the whole thing work. It was a classic case of death by corporate mismanagement.
But here's the thing about a truly great idea. It never really dies. The app might be gone, but Vine's ghost? Well, its ghost is everywhere, looping forever inside the DNA of the modern internet.
Its legacy is just undeniable. Number one, it proved that putting limits on creativity actually makes people more creative. Two, it wrote the literal rulebook for influencer culture. And three, the big one, it paved the entire road for the biggest social media app on the planet today, TikTok.
It's the perfect way to put it. Vine was the trailblazer, the pioneer. Every short-form video you scroll past today, every meme, every creator who gets their start with a viral clip, they all owe a debt to Vine. It's the pioneer that never got to see the world it created.
And that leaves us with this one final haunting question. Vine had the revolutionary idea. It had the community. It had the culture. But in the end, that wasn't enough. It's a stark reminder that genius alone doesn't guarantee survival. You also need vision, you need support, and you need the wisdom to know what you've got before it's gone forever.